The Killer. This is David Fincher's new movie, just hit Netflix. And man, it has been a long ass time since I've talked about a Netflix movie. When was the last one I talked about? I don't really know, but it's been a while. And I'm excited to talk about another one. Because I really did like this movie. And of course, anytime you get to talk about a David Fincher movie is a delight. He's one of the legendary directors for a reason. Um, I will state up front, this is not David Fincher's best movie. It's a good movie. He's never made a truly bad movie, except maybe Alien 3, but he doesn't even consider Alien one of his movies, so let's kind of take that off the list. I really, really, really dug this movie, though. And I think why I dug this movie so much is because it's just a really solid thriller. And I do have some problems with it, but we'll get into that. I think that the first act, I guess we'll just start with my problems. The first act with this movie is really strong. There are no characters other than our main killer. It's all monologues. It's all in his head. You're just watching him go through all this and what's going on. It's it's beautiful. It's very tight in that way. The film is very focused, very rigid in that way, and I really enjoyed all that. But then, as soon as we get to the second act, where we start seeing more characters talk and stuff, I don't know. I feel like it threw me for a loop a little bit, and it took some getting used to. But I understand what he was doing and why that was like that. But I think it just made the first act feel a lot stronger because the first act made me feel a lot more uncomfortable and sick, and just gross. Like I actually felt like sick and uncomfortable in a good way, where I'm listening to the monologues of a killer, of a murderer, of someone sadistic, has something wrong in their head. And, the movie's still a very tight thriller throughout the whole film. The whole film's entertaining. No part of this film is bad. It's beautiful. It's got beautiful cinematography, great editing, everything, great pacing. This whole movie really, really works, and it's a fantastic thriller, and probably the best thriller of the year. You know, David Fincher is an excellent at his craft for a reason. There's literally nothing wrong with this movie, but I think it was just frustrating in the sense that for me, I probably need to watch it again, but the first act is such a tight pace and everything to it that going to the second act where there's more characters, more dialogue, I will probably be less jarred by it, or I'll find it less jarring. I don't know why I said jarring on second viewing, but otherwise, great movie. If you haven't seen this movie, it's out on Netflix now. It's great. I wish I gotten a chance to see it in theaters, but unfortunately, Netflix, they do always do this limited release for a lot of their really good awards contenders, and they never play anywhere near me. So, what a great movie.